Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match the Pittsburgh Steelers. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On the ground, it's McFarland. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That O-line that cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spots.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kamale Correa leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. They go play action with Roethlisberger. But not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. Roethlisberger, no gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, McFarland. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1 yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. McFarland, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The kick is good.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay.
Number 30.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He finds his target, it's Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Titans. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
The red zone now. Here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it.
It don't even matter.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown,
James Washington. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
13-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half. Trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a quick throw right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns, needing to put something together as they... And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I can't believe they even let you play. 198.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On first down, Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
Extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Off play action, Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Lane. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
McFarland once more. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Intended for Anthony.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd down. To go.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. He made and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Titans 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill throwing again. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
1st and 10.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up,
On 1st down, they'll start with McFarland. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his...
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Alert these two. Alert 3.
Again, McFarland. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger to the right side to Eric Ebron. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Complete.
How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
14.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, I'm coming on. Jack 16. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 11. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 from
They snap it to Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Justin Lane.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. The 40, 20, 10, 5.
Have some of this. Have some of this.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
44-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, he'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
They're going with Lindsey. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.